Growing Confidence course, I just did it because that's really every parent's aim, isn't it, is to raise kids who are confident. But it's such a difficult job, but you don't get any formal training for it, do you?
Well, I think for myself, just for new ideas of how to help my child learn and how to engage with her.
I don't have that much experience, it's my first baby, so you should learn everything about that because it's important in the future.
You know, the world today does give us a lot of challenges, and I feel that to be healthy in my own mind is a good example for my child, and obviously I think that it is a concern that you have good mental health.
The point of the whole thing is to give them confidence, and for me health and confidence is the most important thing in children.
We've been talking a lot about listening, and this empathic listening is hugely important. When you're working with your children, it's hugely important. Emotional well-being, my understanding of that is that people's ability to cope with life's ups and downs. So this course is actually promoting what parents can do to prop up and scaffold their children's mental health and emotional well-being, and give them skills and give them techniques and give them the knowledge.
You learn so much about yourself, your parenting skills, your emotional skills. If you understand why your child's doing what they're doing, then you're going to have more of an understanding to how to deal with it.
As parents, when your children are telling you they've got a problem, what's your instinct?
Fix it.
Fix it. Absolutely. But sometimes we can't fix it for the children, and sometimes we don't need to fix it for the children. They have to learn how to fix things for themselves. So the first step in this listening process is naming and validating the feelings.
You know, there's no about telling you what you're supposed to do, how you do it right and how you do it wrong. But this course is definitely giving me an idea and put me on the right track so that I know I'm doing the best for him.
The difference between this group and other groups is that it looks at the bigger picture, because it allows parents to hold the knowledge and to make the decisions and to think about helping and supporting their children's choices right the way through their lives.
It was just like revelation, really, like medical stuff or science, and it was just wow, really, oh, that's why he's so stubborn or just so talkative or something. It was really good to know why is that.
I think that the Growing Confidence materials are really well written. I think as a trainer they're really good to just pick up and deliver all the information you need there, and in terms of the content it really sits well with our role as educational psychologists in terms of health and well-being. I think it covers a lot of the stuff we'd want to emphasise to staff and to families about how to nurture children, how to give them a great start in terms of their resilience, thinking about their brain development, attachment, how children develop and learn and form relationships.
The staff course is Confident Staff, Confident Children, and it basically covers the same information covered in the parents course. So for the staff it'd be thinking about this in terms of your practice, and for the parents and carers it'd be thinking about this in terms of your parenting and your own children.
When we delivered Confident Staff, Confident Children to a group of staff, it gave us a freedom as a staff to not think about all the extra things that we've had to learn, but to think about why do children behave the way they behave, and what is it about the way we behave to children that makes them behave in certain ways. And if parents and staff can have that shared understanding, the child blossoms and grows.
As a teacher, it forces you to stop and reflect about individual children. As a parent, it probably does the same. It makes you stop and reflect about what you're doing. And also, it's got a really realistic, hopeful message as well. You know, it's not all kind of pink and fluffy. It's real about the fact that you can move on, you can progress as a parent and a teacher.
I felt that every day was becoming a struggle. Basic tasks like getting dressed in the morning and leaving the house were very, very difficult. And now we do have bad days still, but I would say we have more good than bad, so it has improved on a day-to-day basis.
The thing that has made it so good is the building of relationships with parents and staff. Because the people who have come through have been saying, we want to help, what can we do? Because they feel they have a bit of knowledge and ownership of the nursery.
It was very, very warm, very relaxed, very laid back, and people were happy to discuss problems that they had, problems that they were having, problems that they solved. And it was really beneficial just to hear other people talking about it, where sometimes you might feel you're the only person that's finding something difficult, but it's not.
Learning that it takes sometimes 16 times longer for a child to process questions or demands that you ask them to do. And at home I stood back and thought, I'm going to ask you to do something, but I'm going to leave you a little longer to decide what you want to do. And I think I learned a lot of patience.
The entire health and well-being aspect of the Curriculum for Excellence is encompassed, and so it makes doing the job a joy, and it makes us feel that we're all doing it together, parents, children and staff. Very powerful.
Knowing that, you know, someone is there and that they care enough to just listen. That sort of time that you've taken out of your day could really mean a lot to someone.
What I like about it is that it has research, and for me that was really important. So for the people who need the science and the research, it has that, but it also has the parts for people who just want to come here and learn about the practical. What can I do? What is it that I can use, the tools? And I think that's what makes it so successful.
I get something different from it every single time. It's all about relationships matter, and to have a good relationship, that's respect, listening. But the resilience one had a huge effect on me, and how you want to protect your children from everything at all costs. But what I learned was, you know, life is full of ups and downs, and your child can cope. But if we protect them, they're never going to learn the skills for everyday life.
So if you have a child, a 10-year-old child, would you let them go on their own to the park? Who says yes?
For me, sure.
Sure?
What I really like about it is there's a lot of activities, and so they get to think about it and they get to reflect on their own experience, their own thoughts, and they're fully engaged all the way through.
One of the benefits of these courses is that each time we learn a new method. Like last time it was the attachment theory, and I tried to practice this with my son and I found results. Of course, this is the best thing.
So would you say that you're doing more things with your children now than your parents ever did with you?
Definitely. I've learned a lot. I knew how to talk to kids and that, but I didn't quite know how to raise a kid. You know what I mean? And I've done it, and in my eyes, I've done it as best as I can do it. And now I know this, now I know I'm doing it good. Now I know what I can handle, and now I know what she can and what she can't, and it's amazing.
The more the dads are getting involved in our school, the more they're taking part in the children's education because they're interested in it. And that has a positive impact on the children.
I didn't do nothing with my kids at all, nothing. I'd bring them to school, drop them off, and that was it. Coming here and what the groups gave to me and what I'm able to give my kids now, and be good to any parent, any background you've had, anything you've been through in your life.
Praise the effort. So you praise the effort rather than the action, and so encouraging her and praising her that effort, because she'd at least tried and she was making the effort, and that was the point we were making.
I'm going to deliver this to the young people that I'm working with, 16 to 24-year-olds. It'll be giving them the knowledge, not telling them how to bring up their children, anything like that, just giving them the tools, the knowledge to do it confidently, and they'll benefit out of that, and so will their kids.
It offers you new ways to support your child emotionally and to encourage their learning.
It was just the most amazing thing I've ever been on. Just something that you need to know for all your life.
It just makes you a better parent. It just makes you more aware of what kids need, what they want, and how to give it to them. Do you know, like how to help them develop?